Over the years, the BASIA name has garnered the reputation for the finest carp rods and reels on the market, and the rod you see before you is absolutely no exception. The BASIA X45X F is pushing the boundaries of carp rod technology further than ever before. Now the guides on these rods are a Fuji K-Series Alkanite, so they're a little bit different to the current BASIA X45X. Now the K-Series Fuji Alkanite guides, they're super smooth and slick and perfectly lend themselves to distance casting. That'd be whether you're using braid, monofilament or fluorocarbon, absolutely perfect for all types of lines. And also it features a Fuji DPS reel seat, which is super comfortable, particularly when you're distance fishing and you're holding the rod for long periods. And it's in a nice gun smoke finish, so it perfectly complements the blank. Now the blank itself is made using our legendary Magnum taper profile, which has been engineered by engineers in Japan and here in the UK. And what that means is you've got unrivaled casting power, a beautifully light blank, but most importantly that lovely soft tip, which means you don't bump fish off at the net and means you get more carp on the bank. The rods themselves are made here in the UK by our expert rod engineers and our Daiwa Sports base in Scotland. Now the range itself is comprised of two models, a 12 feet 3 3/4 and a 13 feet 3 3/4. Now as I've said, these rods are absolutely perfect for dedicated long range fishing, but that said, they've got a beautiful action, and whether you're fishing 140 yards out in the pond or fishing right under your feet, they're an absolutely fantastic blank. Now we're here today at Naseby Reservoir, a venue in the Midlands that's famed for long range fishing, and as you can see I've got the rods paired up with a QDX BASIA, an absolutely perfect combination, lovely and lightweight. That long 45mm spool perfectly complements the casting capability of this rod, and as I say, we're fishing probably over 30 wraps today, and that lovely fish playing action means we can fish with nice strong mono and a real heavy shock leader, so when we're playing the fish under the tip on the braid, we're not losing any fish. Now the blank itself features a number of our highest end and latest carbon technologies, most notably the X45 full shield carbon technology. Now in layman's terms, what that means is there's a 45-degree carbon wrap which creates a super fast and responsive blank that most importantly is super accurate, meaning you hit your spot time after time. Now the HVF Nano Plus carbon technology, most importantly, does away with the weighty resin, creating a super light blank, and nanofibre technology creates a strong bridge between the carbon fibres, creating a super lightweight and super strong blank. When it comes to the spigot part section of the rod, it features our famed V-joint alpha technology, which most importantly does away with any flat spots throughout the whole length of the rod. Now when it comes to the aesthetics of the rod, it's really tasteful and minimal. We've got that beautiful grey carbon blank, which perfectly complements the grey Fuji Alkanite K-Series guides. That runs down to a DPS Gunsmoke Fuji reel seat, which perfectly complements something like a BASIA for instance. And then on the handle, we've got a Japanese shrink wrap, which is lovely and comfortable and perfectly complements the whole aesthetic of the rod, all the way down to that real nice, minimal Daiwa DVEC butt cap. When it comes to complementing this rod, this range doesn't have a dedicated spod rod, but we do have a dedicated high-end spod rod in the Daiwa Tournament spod range. I've paired this 13 feet model up with the 13 feet tournament spod rod, which makes light work of fishing out at range. So if the BASIA X45X F looks a little bit of you, make sure you head on over to the Daiwa Carp website and more importantly into your local Daiwa stockist and check them out for yourself.